Welcome to Straight Out The Lew. This is our first episode here in room 419, 4th floor, Adams. I'm Dylan Escarte.
Luke Lenahan.
Chris Simino.
And we're going to bring you the best sports takes, the automatic locks, and updates on our great cities and their sports.
Let's get after it, boys.
All right, let's get after it. So we got some big games tomorrow, all right? We got the NFL. We got the last day of the MLB. There's a huge race for that last wild card spot in the NL. And week 3, I think this is really when teams start to separate from the rest of the pack in the NFL. I would say so. I
agree. And we got a big NBA matchup tomorrow.
Yeah, big Game 6.
Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, it's a big day for sports.
Of course. How could I forget about the Miami Heat? Oh, yeah. So intriguing.
I know.
Yeah.
One of the most intriguing Letting that part out.
All right. Keep going.
One of the most intriguing stories right now in sports, how a group of young gentlemen on the Miami Heat led by Jimmy Butler have just been playing out of their minds.
I don't know, man. I feel like they had that juice with the Bucks. I mean, last night was embarrassing. They pulled a reverse Celtics. They had the lead the whole fucking time, dude.
They fell apart. After the first quarter, they fell apart. The Celtics completely changed after the first quarter. Looked like in the first quarter the Celtics were packing their bags during the timeouts, but they decided they wanted to stay in and come to play.
Tyler Hero, 2 fouls in the first quarter. Had to get him out of the game. That helped the Celtics in the second quarter.
Robinson was shooting the ball well.
Yeah.
So
let's get into it right now. How about we? Biggest games for tomorrow. What do you got over there, Chris?
Well, I'm actually looking at one of the early games, one of the big games of the day, the Rams and the Bills, 2 teams that are playing really well right now. The Bills are a 2-point favorite, but I think the Rams are going to win this game. Buffalo struggled a lot last week with Miami. I still don't trust the quarterback. Josh Allen, in my opinion, he sucks. The Rams, they've been playing pretty well. They're well coached. Jared Goff's been dinking and dunking like he usually does.
MC alum, baby.
That's all he needs to do. I think the Rams win that game.
I agree with you there. I think the Rams are going to go into Orchard Park and get a W over an overrated Josh Allen.
Can you guys name one linebacker on that team?
On the Rams?
On that Rams team?
Isn't it Littleton?
I don't know. I can't name one. I'm telling you, Devin Singletary's running for 100-plus yards tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah, I certainly hope so.
on Aaron
He's on my
Donald
fantasy team.
and Jalen Ramsey?
I'm telling you, yes.
Okay.
I can't name one linebacker and one lineman besides Aaron Donald. That front
That's-
7 has one person in it. One
Okay.
person. Secondary might limit Allen. I agree. He
there-
might be limited, but I don't see much happening.
I'm gonna hop in right. I'm gonna hop in right here. 4:25 slate. Dallas, Seattle. That's a must look at game. Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, crazy comeback last week. Want to see how Zeke does against the poor rush defense for Seattle. See if Jamal Adams can come up and make some impact tackles for them. But I actually really like Dallas in that game.
Yeah.
I don't know how I know what we know. Wilson's gonna ball out. I kind of like Dallas. I think they got a solid team. They got pieces everywhere. They just need to, if they put it together, they're one of the best teams in football.
Answer me this question. When's the last time Dallas won a big game?
No, never.
Yeah, okay.
I think today's the
Now
week.
we're getting
Is this a big game?
It's a 425
It's a
slot.
big game
I
against
mean-
one of the best teams in the league.
And I think they're going to win.
See, when you keep throwing out the Seahawks, best team in the league, best in the
They might
NFC
be
West,
They are the
this
best.
team has
don't
no defense. They have
I don't
one
care.
player on their
They
defense.
have- I
2
don't
players.
care. I don't
2
care.
players.
They have the quarterback.
Whole defense.
The rest of the
11
division doesn't have the
positions.
quarterback.
I don't know.
The
man.
rest of the division?
Well, certainly not the Niners. And they're the
Kyler Murray?
Wow.
Kyler
Kyler
Murray's
Murray.
all
Jared Goff?
Goff
A
sucks.
team that just went to the Super Bowl?
Garoppolo sucks. You gotta have the
You
quarterback.
got to give Kyler Murray. He's in the MVP
Murray's all right,
race
but
right
these
there.
Cardinals suck. So
Oh,
Ah,
2-0.
You're tripping, man.
I don't
No,
know.
no. You got the Cardinals out here with finally a big name wide receiver. Okay, well, not finally. Larry Fitz, fine, but Larry Fitz
Out of his prime.
He's out of his prime.
3 years
He'll-
out.
He'll catch
3 years
balls,
out.
but he can't run routes like he used
DeAndre
to.
Hopkins, best receiver in the league, in my opinion.
I agree.
Route running, slot receiver.
He's
best
right
receiver
there.
in the
You
league.
can make a great argument for it.
You can make
it
an
could go
argument.
either way.
Yeah.
It could go either way. It's
Many
flip of a
guys.
coin at the top there.
But I love him with Kyler Murray.
I do too.
I can think they give Seattle.
I do
a run.
too. If he gives, Kyler's got their O-line sucks. Their O-line sucks, but his feet, he can move. And if he gives D-Hop a little bit of time with his feet, he's going to get open.
What do you got as your biggest game?
My biggest games tomorrow, I got the Cowboys-Seahawks.
Yeah.
I think if the Cowboys show up, I mean, who knows? Maybe some of those preseason takes about them being Super Bowl contenders could really pan out.
Yeah.
Bears-Falcons, I got as a big game tomorrow.
Mm.
Bears 2-0. I know a lot of Chicago fans think that Trubisky's back, right?
How's Atlanta going to respond?
We'll see. But if Atlanta's going to put up points.
Oh, we know.
Atlanta's going to put up points. The Bears' defense is solid, but they're going to put up points.
Mhm.
And Trubisky hasn't really put up many points this year yet. So I really am looking for him to get Allen Robinson involved a lot. I
Yeah.
think that will be big. keep your eye out for Montgomery in that game. One of my friends asked me, Gallup against Seahawks or Montgomery against the Falcons. I mean, that's a toss-up for me. You know, it's a weak secondary with Seattle beyond Jamal Adams. And I think with the Falcons' defense, I mean, I cannot name a single player on that team. Devin White. Devin White.
Deion Jones?
Devin White's on the Bucs.
Devin White's on the Bucs.
They're like one and the same to me.
AJ Terrell's got COVID.
Yeah, so I mean, I could see Montgomery having a big day. Trubisky maybe coming in. I feel like this Bears team could be that Bears team from a couple years ago with the double doink. I think it could be that team. No? Why not?
I just can't get behind the quarterback. Again, I have to have a good quarterback on my team.
But that year, like, he wasn't great, but he put up decent numbers, right?
He was average at best.
No.
Come on. All he does is throw to the running back. So all he had to do was throw to the running back and little short routes to the receivers.
Well, Brady does that.
Not anymore. He's chucking the ball down the field.
He did, and he won 6 championships.
Well, he didn't do that his whole career.
Okay.
That's another game to watch out for tomorrow. Tampa Bay might be in trouble in Denver. Brady never plays well in Denver.
But what about the quarterback there?
In Denver?
Yeah.
It's not great.
Isn't it Bortles?
It's might be Bortles. I don't know if Driscoll. Maybe Driscoll.
Tampa.
Brady just never plays well. I think Tampa will win, but I don't know. No, it'll be a close game.
Who's covering Mike Evans?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, Brady he has a mental block.
No more Chris Harris.
Mental block in Denver.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. One more game that I have tomorrow that I really like. Just want to get this one out there. Titans-Vikings. Big proving game.
See, I don't know.
Big game for Kirk Cousins. He's got to establish himself.
See, I think the Titans are going to blow him out.
I don't think the Titans.
I can't get behind that.
I
can't get behind that.
The Vikings have been very. The Vikings
agree.
have been very, very sloppy. And I think Tennessee jumps on him early.
See, this is where I think Kirk, he's going to step up and be the guy I know he can be. I love Kirk Cousins. I'm a big Kirk Cousins guy. I think he steps up when he needs to. Last season, that was evident in him beating the best team in the NFC.
He's a Walmart Jimmy G.
Yeah, I agree. He is.
I think he can make better throws downfield. As a Niners fan, I think he can make better throws downfield. But they're close. I
could too if I played.
He's Andy Dalton 2.0. The guy never wins a big game. I can't get behind this guy.
We need Dalvin Cook in the passing game for the Vikings to do well.
Okay.
No longer on my fantasy team, but rooting for the guy first overall for Team Box Gang. Gotta respect it. All right. Next segment. Let's get to our locks for tomorrow on the betting lines.
Should I start off?
You start us off, Lenny.
All right. So first thing I got is Packers 3-point underdogs in New Orleans. Pound that. They're covering. I can't.
Yeah.
I think
Mike Thomas. They looked awful against the Raiders.
They looked awful against the Raiders. The Packers' offense has been historically good the first 2 weeks.
And do not forget about the Smith brothers. Man.
Exactly.
Packers got a nice pass rush.
Exactly.
The Saints, I mean, Breeze was looking nervous.
And the corner, Jair Alexander, he's been looking great.
He's been looking solid. He's getting up to that top tier for DBs in the NFL for sure.
And then, I know Chris isn't going to like this one, but I got the Heat 3-point underdogs tomorrow. Again, I just think the Heat, after an embarrassing Game 5 performance, they're not going to let that happen again. I think it's time. The Celtics had their time. The Celtics had to figure out the zone, and I don't think they will, and I think Butler's going to show up tomorrow.
Game 6 in that series is going to be a close one. I think they cover that line, even if they don't win the game.
I think they cover the line, yeah.
I think they cover it.
And then last one, throw it out quick. Not a big one. 49ers, 3.5-point favorites.
That's an easy lock.
That's an easy one.
That's
the Giants. Put that one down to make a good amount of money.
Chris, you want to go?
Yeah, I also have the Packers +3 in my first one. That's absurd. The Saints have looked terrible. The Packers look great.
I agree.
The Packers are going to put up a ton of points.
The media sucks the Saints for no fucking reason.
They do.
Bullshit.
I think the Packers are going to blow them out. They're going to blow them out. My next one is the Falcons, 3-point favorites. I think they cover
Don't
that
like
easily.
that. Don't like that.
I think they cover that easily. The Bears are complete fakers. The Falcons aren't going to go 0-3. They're better than that.
Like that.
I don't know. Dan Quinn, that dude's not leading the locker room. He's not leading the locker room. That team needs some leadership.
That's a lock.
All right.
My third lock here. This is a big game tonight. Red Sox +140 tonight. It's a lock because look at this. The Braves are mailing it in because they're already in. They won the division. They've
nailed it in with 495-foot home runs.
No. You got to listen to the rationale here. They're mailing it in because they're starting a guy who's making his major league debut tonight, and the Red Sox are starting Tanner Houck, who's pitched phenomenal in his first 3 appearances with the Red Sox. He's going to be a big part of them in the future. I think the Red Sox cover tonight. That's a big game.
I can't get behind that. I cannot get behind that. All right.
I don't know that one, yeah.
Let me get a few locks out here. Derek Carr, total passing touchdowns, over on 1.5 at +110. It's a great bet. He looked great. and it was
Over on the passing touchdowns?
1.5 over. He's
Can't
getting
drop.
dropped.
Nah.
With a Josh Jacobs
I'll
coming
give
off
him
of
one.
a leg
I'll
injury.
give him one to Waller. I'll give him one to Waller.
No.
I think
No.
Jacobs gets a rushing touchdown.
You looked great against the Saints defense that was supposed to be one of the best in the league last week. You looked fantastic. This week, they're at home, right?
No,
in
they're
Vegas.
in New
They're in
England.
Foxborough. I mean, the weather's fair out here in New
No
England right
fans.
now. It's fine. No fans. I think he'll be able to get it done. I think Gruden will hopefully, have a little bit better game plan so they can come out and actually run a script.
Do you have them beating the Patriots this weekend?
No, but I have them over on the touchdowns
Over
for
on
sure.
the touchdowns. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think they'll be playing from behind a little bit. I think hopefully Belichick lets Cam pass a little more, get a little bit of a lead there. Another New England, sort of New England-ish take here with the Bucks Broncos. First quarter over 7.5, minus 115 there. I think Brady's finally going to start coming into his own here. I think he's going to light it up a little bit. So
To get back to Chris's point, he
sure.
does struggle in Denver.
That's the
the
7.5
point total for the first quarter, yeah.
for
Over
both
teams?
Both
For
teams.
both?
It's
Oh,
for
okay.
both
All
teams.
right.
It's for both teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably going to hit.
I think that'll hit.
That'll hit,
That'll
yeah.
hit. I like that first quarter over for
Yeah.
both teams. That's
Brady
a good-
does struggle in
that's a good
Denver, though, just to note that. I will put that out there.
bet. Yeah, I don't know. New team.
It's early. It's early in the year.
We'll see. And then, again, a bet that hit for me last weekend. Total points, Ravens first half over 13.5.
13.5. What a
Against
joke.
the Chiefs.
What a
Come
joke.
on.
What
That's
a
2
joke.
touchdowns easy.
What a joke.
That's a lock. Minus 160, so, I mean, you got
That's
to
a
put
lock.
some down to get some back. But, yeah,
That's
I
a
think
joke.
that's a lock for sure.
Put that one down. That's an easy lock.
Yeah, come on now. All right, we want to go reactions quick to the Celtics-Heat last night.
A little quick
A
reaction.
little quick reaction.
Absolutely embarrassing performance from my Miami Heat last night. Tyler Hero, 2 early fouls, like I said earlier. Robinson, a good night. Dragic scoring at will. But it was the lazy passing from Butler in the third quarter that let the Celtics open the game up. That can't happen again. Butler will not let that happen again, and I feel really good about Game 6.
So, Lenny, you're from Hingham, right?
From Hingham, Mass.
How far is that from Boston?
It's about 20 minutes from Boston.
But you're rooting for the fucking Heat, bro.
I'm a Heat fan. Die-hard Boston sports fan, everything else.
You can't say that.
Patriots,
You can't say that.
Bruins, Red Sox. Die-hard. Miami Heat fan for my guy, Tyler Hero. I'm also a big Kyrie Irving fan, which is why I'm not welcome as a Celtics fan anymore.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
I can't get behind Kyrie. That dude's a weirdo.
He's
fucking weird.
Heat fan on the bandwagon way before the season when Hero was drafted.
Nah, whatever, man.
Feeling good about Game 6.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was very frustrated with the Celtics' first quarter performance yesterday. If they have any chance to win this series, they need to put it together for 48 minutes. That was a shameful first quarter from the Celtics. They should be ashamed of themselves. After the first quarter, though, they stopped running down the court and chucking threes. Tatum and Brown liked how they were aggressive. Tatum didn't choke at the end of the game. Very shocking. But
It's because you were up 20.
doesn't matter. He still could have choked. Kemba Walker didn't play a lot of minutes. He was in some foul trouble, but I really liked the way he was aggressive, passing the ball. Smart wasn't taking terrible shots. This is a new thing here. MVP of the game, Daniel Tice. A lot of rebounds.
Get out of here.
A lot of rebounds. Played great defense and scored
See,
14
here he
points.
goes
Good to see Coach for Life figured out the zone defense, too.
Calling the MVP of the game and the leaders of the team, the Marcus Smarts and the Tices. When you got these dudes,
I didn't say
Jason
he was the
Tatum,
leader.
$30 million guy a year, and Kemba.
I didn't say he was the leader. I said he
You're
had
calling
the
these
best-
guys. You're
great
calling
game.
these guys the MVPs of the games
Yeah,
and
he
the
had a great
leaders of the team when they're out here not producing
Leader of
as
the
much
team
as
is
these
Marcus
other guys.
Smart.
Being a guy who's played sports his whole life, I want to look up to my leader as somebody who's the best on the field. You want to look up to them talent-wise, and then
I think that's why the Heat win. They respect Jimmy Butler so much.
because he's the best on the floor.
If you heard
He's
Hero,
the best.
if you heard Hero after Game 4, great game. They asked him what great individual accomplishment, and he goes, yeah, but we're trying to win this for Jimmy.
Yeah.
And that's just the culture that's needed. The
That's
leader,
great.
Jimmy Butler, best player, great leader.
It's got to be a top-down thing. It's got to be a hierarchy. I'm sorry, but at the top, it's got to be your best guy all around.
I
It's
agree.
got to be your best guy.
We'll see tomorrow. We'll see if
Yeah.
they force a Game 7.
I think that the Heat will win the series because of that lack of leadership.
Well, okay, I do think that if I was going to pick the game, I would pick the Heat tomorrow because the Celtics cannot put together a 48-minute performance. And Miami's
Because of the lack of hard
no,
leadership.
that's because
I agree with that.
Then what is it?
leadership.
Then what is it?
It's not
Then what is
leadership.
it?
It's not
What
the
is it?
talent.
It's not talent. They got the
Definitely
talent. Then what is
It's
it?
not leadership. It's the egos of these guys.
That's the heart. That's leadership.
It's heart. It's not leadership.
Leadership
It's
is
not
supposed
leadership.
to keep egos in check in the
They
NBA.
can't keep Jason Tatum's ego in check because he's a Duke guy, and all these
Well,
Duke
that's
guys.
the
are
thing.
flying.
Don't
He
draft these
has to
guys.
step up. He has to step up as a
He's a
leader.
bad draft pick.
If he's your best player, a player like Jay Tatum, he has to step
No,
up.
he's in a third year in the league. He's not a leader. Okay.
I've seen young guys do it before. I
Hero
think
freaking took over the game yesterday.
he was leading by his performance
Game 4.
and his mentality. He's not out here.
He's
He's
a
not out here,
first year.
Jay Tatum. Wah, wah, wah.
Not
Come
crying.
on.
Yeah, he's not a leader. But
Why?
he shouldn't be.
He
He's
was
not
in
the leader
Game
of the
4.
team.
He was the leader
Marcus
in Game
Smart,
4.
Kemba Walker are the two leaders of the team.
If Tyler Hero doesn't score all those 37 points in Game 4, that he'd probably lose that game.
Yeah, they do.
That's what we're saying. He said, it's
He
my
played well.
game. It's my game.
Okay, he played
I'm taking
well.
over. That's what I'm saying. Tatum doesn't have that. Doesn't have it.
No, he doesn't. So
Let's get moving on here.
if
Enough
the
about the
Celtics win
Celtics.
tomorrow, they're winning the series. But
Fair
they're not
enough.
going to.
Fair
Fair.
enough. I agree.
Fair.
Game 6 is going to be the decisive game. All
It
right.
will be a very decisive.
All right. So college football, it's announced this week. Pac-12 is coming back November 6th. Let's go Trojans. And the Big Ten is coming back October 24th,
When
6th.
the SEC started today.
It's mid October 20s. And then the SEC started in conference play today. Big things. All right. So college football playoff predictions starting with this week. We got all Power 5 conferences playing pretty much, right? Big
Yeah.
12, Big 10.
All
yeah,
of them.
all of them playing. All right. So this is going to be a full. Well, for me, not really full with all the conferences, but all the conferences are in play. So let's get those takes going. Lenny, start us off.
All right. So, number 1, Clemson. Number
Fair.
1 team.
Fair.
Number 1 team. They're not going to lose in the regular season. They're going to run the table.
They got some fans in the stadium.
they
They
got
got some
some-
little energy going.
Boston College is like their toughest game of the year.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Notre
Yeah.
Dame. Come on.
They're gonna.
Play
But this is
Notre
what happened
Dame.
last
They
year.
have to play Notre Dame twice, though. 'cause
Clemson,
ACC
they're
champion.
But
going-
you have them at number 1.
I
See, this is what happened last year, though. They played
See-
nobodies, and they didn't get the number 1 spot.
But
right?
this, I think they're going to be number 1 based on what the other teams do and how they.
All right, then let me hear. Let me
So
hear
number
the rest.
number
Let me hear the
two,
rest. Let me
number
hear the
2, I
rest.
get the Florida Gators. I got them winning the SEC this year. I like Kyle Trask. I am a Florida fan, as they know. So this is, some could say it's a little bit biased, but I like the team this year. 2 years under Dan Mullen, they've progressed. They were 10-3, 11-2. They've won some big games.
They're
Kyle
looking good
Trask,
today. They're looking good
they're
today.
looking
against Ole
wonderful
Miss.
today.
A little sloppy in the beginning, the first game.
We expect
Get to
we
'em.
expect them to look good against Ole Miss, and they're getting the job done.
Yep.
I think they beat Alabama in the SEC championship game.
All right,
Which
hot
brings
take.
me-
I like it though.
Which
I like
brings
it.
me to my number 3 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
All right.
I think Florida's ranked above Ohio State just due to the fact they beat Alabama in that game,
Mhm.
just because it's a better resume. But I think Ohio State will win the Florida-Ohio State matchup in the college football playoff. Oklahoma at 4. Cake schedule. They're going to go undefeated. The committee, I hate it. I hate it. I want to put Alabama in there. I hate Oklahoma. They're going to be in, and they're going to get blown out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Clemson, Ohio State, and I like Ohio State in the championship.
All right. Fair enough. Chris, you want to get yours?
Yeah, Clemson and Ohio State are the 2 best teams in the country. Definitely. I'm in total agreement with that. They'll be 1-2 in some order. I don't think a Big 12 team's getting in. First of all, because I
Yeah.
think Oklahoma State's going to win the
Have
Big
you
12.
seen those teams in the Big 12?
I like
dude?
Oklahoma State to win the Big 12.
We watched them last. They were not good.
Yeah, they didn't play well last week, but
Good.
their quarterback got hurt last week, and he's going to come back. He's really good, Spencer Sanders. So Oklahoma State, I do like them to win the Big 12, and I don't think there's going to be an undefeated Big 12 team. There's 3 good teams there, but I mean, you look at. I agree. Florida's going to be the number 3 team. I think they do lose to A&M week 3 as their one loss, then beat Alabama in the SEC championship.
That's why I have them at 2. I have them going on.
Who's under center for A&M this year?
Kellen
Kellen Mond again, 3.
All right,
Come
he's
on,
solid.
good.
He's solid.
That's definitely a potential upset game. I'll give you that. But I see Florida going undefeated, and I just can't see them losing.
I think
to
Trask
A&M.
brings the juice. He's
Yeah.
got that big dick energy.
The offense for Florida is very good, and their
Yeah.
defense always shows up.
He'll show up. Yeah, and the defense will show up.
Kellen Mond's kind of a choker.
Fair enough.
And who's your 4th team?
Alabama. They go
Yeah.
undefeated, lose the SEC championship they're in.
They lose the
Lose
Florida.
Lose
SEC
the
championship.
Florida. All right. Yeah, I'm looking pretty similar to these guys. Ohio State 1, Clemson 2. The committee's always saying best teams are going to be in, top 2 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm riding Florida, and I think they'll beat Bama in the
it.
championship. Both will be undefeated until then, but yeah, that's how it's going to play out. Is Bryce Love under center for Bama?
I think he's
I think it's
going to
gonna
be,
be
but I
Mac
think it's
Jones
Mac
to start
Jones.
the
this
year.
Matt
year.
Jones to start.
Yeah.
He'll probably be there.
Isn't
all
it
year.
Bryce Young?
Bryce Young.
Bryce loves the running back
Oh
from Stanford.
fuck yeah. Yeah, same.
Bryce
same
Young,
thing.
modern day.
Yeah. Modern day boy. If he gets in, it's gonna
The
be
real
like,
deal.
If
He's
he
the real
gets
deal.
in, it's gonna be like Tua getting in when Hurts got hurt.
He's the real deal. Kid's the real
That's
deal.
what it'll be like. First out, I think Oregon will be first out.
Okay.
I mean, they're a great team. They're just not really gonna play much competition. Maybe they get USC on the schedule. If they beat USC and USC's undefeated besides that game, they could sneak in. But
They just don't have the resume.
I don't
That's
think
it.
they
Not
do.
enough good teams in the Pac-12.
There's not. USC's the only one, and they're hit or miss this year.
I
Exactly.
like Arizona State to win that conference, by the way.
All right, well, we'll see.
They're good.
We'll see.
Good call.
Yeah, so Oregon, I think Iowa can make a run, and then Georgia will be out there too.
So just real quick, last thing, no Oklahoma.
No Oklahoma.
Spencer
No
Rattler.
Oklahoma.
You're gonna lose the
I-
conference.
see,
Don't
They
lie.
can't be the best team with no defense. They can't be a top four team.
I know, but they're not playing. They're only playing the Big 12 teams.
Yeah, but I think this year, with all things considered, the committee's really going to be devoted
See-
to putting the best four
See,
in.
I wanted to put Alabama in mine, but I just know based on previous years, it's going to be Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's gonna
You know what
lose.
I mean?
But
though?
Oklahoma
You know what I
in
mean?
previous years was able to play
I
other
think
conferences.
all these teams are going to be undefeated that are in the playoff for mine.
for
Those
you
teams
don't have
that put
Bama
out
in there.
Clemson 1, Florida 2, Ohio State 3, and Oklahoma 4. I think they're all going to be undefeated just because of conference.
Clemson,
schedule.
Ohio State. That's it. I agree.
Yeah, I
And
don't
then
know.
those other two.
All right.
And Oklahoma, they're losing to Oklahoma State.
All
You heard it
right,
here first.
Who do you guys think's going to win the championship?
championship.
Clemson.
Ohio State.
Ohio State. I agree.
Ohio State. Justin
They're
Fields
tough.
gets it
They're
done.
all good.
Justin
Both
Fields
good.
gets it done.
Another
He
classic game.
He
Yeah.
steps up from that choke last year in the semifinal. Yeah, I think he'll get it done. All right, next segment, final segment for our first episode here. We got the updates on the best sports metropolises in the United States, being the New England area and the Bay Area.
Should I start us off?
Yeah, let's start us off with some New England takes.
All
here.
right. After watching the Raiders last week against the Saints, didn't watch their first game. Do we know who they played in Week 1?
The Saints?
The Raiders.
The Raiders played the Panthers week 1.
As a
High
Patriot,
scoring game. but
as a
they
Patriot
edged them.
fan, we don't know about James White. Big day for Sony Michel tomorrow rushing.
Nah.
The Raiders are not a good rush defense, and in Gruden, he's going to be, we're stopping Cam, and he's just going to read it and hand it off to Michel. He's going to have 50 yards plus for sure, and that's a big day for Michel.
That's great.
And tomorrow, they need to be ready for Jacobs. They need to be ready for him. The D-line's going to be horrible, so our linebackers are going to have to do a lot of work. Bentley, Jennings. Do you think Josh Uche gets in?
I don't know. He went to Michigan, so he's a choker, so I hope not.
Fair. I think they're going to have no problem covering Ruggs, just staying over the top. I think Carr, I don't really like Carr as a quarterback. He's had a good start to the year, but I think Belichick, he knows what to do tomorrow, and the Pats get the job done. The offense, the Cam Newton, Julian Edelman connection is looking beautiful right now. I'd love to see more of that tomorrow. And I'd love to see Rex Burkhead get more involved in the offense.
See, I can't believe that you say 50-plus yards for your RB1 is a good day. That's just, that
You should
baffles
say
me.
Well, our
Michel.
RB1
That baffles me.
Our RB1's Cam Newton.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair
so
enough. It's a Lamar situation, but see, the thing is, the Ravens get
It's
it done
not finesse.
with the running
It's
backs
not
as
finesse.
well.
We
Yeah,
almost
it's
beat
not finesse.
almost
Really.
beat Seattle last week because Pete Carroll decided to throw the ball on 3rd and 1. What an absolute joke of a coach that
It's
guy
not
is.
finesse, but why is it not finesse? Why are they not running more
It's
counter
not-
plays and more options?
It is. It's RPO read option,
but it's all zone running.
when Cam gets the ball though, he's running over you. There's no side steps. There's no
That's
none
true.
of this Lamar Jackson.
That didn't work at the end of the last game.
It
Should have been the jump pass. Should have been the Don Terry Poe jump
We're
pass
not.
to the
We're not.
fullback.
We're not going to get into this.
Should have been
but
to the Don Terry Poe jump pass from Cam.
It could have been. That's
Fake the run 2 steps, dump it over the top to
the
the
play.
fullback.
The play they ran worked 8 out of 10 times.
Nah, but it didn't work there.
It didn't.
It didn't work.
Seattle
right
made
there.
a good play. Got to give him credit.
The odds don't matter when they don't pan out.
Hey, as a Patriots fan, that was a great game yesterday. It gives me a lot of confidence. Great game last week gives me a lot of confidence going forward.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
That's all I got to say.
All right, let's wrap up New England with Chris here.
Yeah, I think the Patriots win a blowout tomorrow, but I'm going to go into some baseball here. I know the Red Sox are a really hot topic in Boston right now.
I've actually watched every single game this year.
Yeah, I've been tuned
Never
in.
missed one.
So, with the lack of trading they did at the trade deadline, really only trading away Moreland and Pilar and trading away Workman and Hembree, I like to see the Red Sox
Literally
make,
our 2 best hitters.
make one more run at this next year. They need to re-sign Jackie Bradley. They get Rodriguez and Sale coming back with Evaldi.
Sales beyond it. He's beyond. He's beyond his prime.
If he
How,
stays healthy,
how
he's gonna
fast
stay
is he
healthy.
going to throw when he comes back?
I don't know.
89.
But he better be staying healthy.
89.
if he
He's
stays
done. He's
healthy.
throwing 89.
He's slinging at 89. He's getting taken yard like second.
Well,
He's
most
not
time
throwing
in
that
the
slider,
Our ace
bro.
is Rodriguez, and we have Sale,
Evaldi's good.
Evaldi,
Who the fuck is Rodriguez?
Rodriguez played 19 games last year.
No idea who this guy is.
Oh, you don't know Erod?
No.
he's good.
19-6 last year.
Fair enough.
He's good.
All right, I'll take the word.
Do you remember Puig's home run in the World Series where he did like that bat flip and the pitcher slammed the glove?
Was that 18?
Yeah. That was,
Kind of.
That was
Yeah.
Erod
Oh,
pitching.
okay. Yeah.
He's a solid pitcher. He's got a great changeup. Great
Yeah.
changeup. He's a good pitcher.
And Tanner Houck is going to be in the rotation next year. I hope they re-sign Martin Perez. It's a decent rotation.
No, just get rid of Perez.
Perez is good.
Yeah.
They have a good lineup. I'd like to see him make one more run at this. If it doesn't work, blow it up. Because what they put out on the field this year is unacceptable.
Is Mookie Betts getting traded, not blowing it up? That wasn't
No,
blowing
I
it
think
up.
that's phase one. That's phase one, though. Just him not wanting to stay is like
I'd love for him
an
to blow it up right
involuntary blow up.
I
When your
guess,
centerpiece
yeah.
leaves, it's an
We're-
involuntary blow
now.
up.
I hated that trade because we're wasting Bogarts' prime.
Yeah, well,
This is
one more
Bogarts'
run.
prime.
And I know you're going to talk about San Francisco. I do want to say I think the Giants are in trouble because
Mm-mm.
the Phillies are one game behind. They're playing the Rays the next two games, and the Rays are going to be mailing it in because they already clinched the one seed. The Giants have the Padres, who I believe are still fighting for seeding.
No.
I'm not sure.
Phillies split, Giants 2-0.
I don't know. And the Brewers are playing the Cardinals. The Brewers won 2 games they're in. So
That's not true.
Well, the Phillies
because
If
did.
the Giants lose.
the Cardinals will be
But
out.
the Phillies have the...
Oh, okay.
So those
Really?
games are interesting.
I don't know if
It's
it's
a big
Cardinals.
race.
It's
but
close. It's
I
tight.
think the Giants are in trouble. I'm sure you'll explain.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Let's get San Fran.
So yeah, well, let's touch on the Bay real quick. All right, Bay Area versus everybody as always. So the Giants this season, should they win these next two or one of the two, if they get in, all right, if they get in, they get the Dodgers first round. Okay, so this year Giants against the Dodgers, they're 4-6. Okay, fair enough. But see, the thing is with this series, I think that the Dodgers might be overthinking it, or not overthinking it, overlooking it to a certain extent.
I agree. I watched-
Giants win that series.
They'll
Easily.
overlook it.
Yeah, I watched...
Three games, it gets on you quick. If you're not ready to go game one, you're screwed, man.
I watched
screwed.
I watched the opening series of the year when the Giants played the Dodgers. I liked how the Giants looked.
I know they're scrappy
them.
this year.
And
They hit.
I think
hit the ball.
I think they played in mid-season in San
If
Francisco.
Cueto has a good game one in that series,
That's going to be huge.
they're gonna hit. They're gonna hit. They're gonna put up at least 3 or 4. If he can keep them 2 runs through 7, I think we're in.
They need to win.
I think we're
they
good.
need to win game one.
Let's see. All right, so
Bro,
let's
I
get
don't
there
think
first, though.
Cueto pitches the first game because he's pitching today, and they're Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah. I mean,
That's fine.
you go Mad Bum, fucking workhorse, and really show up, but
Yeah.
he's probably not
Mad
gonna.
Bum.
Bumgarner, baby. When
He's
he,
on the Diamondbacks.
I know, but like just you know,
What?
no, back when he did
Oh,
that
oh.
crazy shit with the
Oh,
Royals,
yeah,
and
yeah,
he was
I
just
got
like
you.
going day after day after
I got
day.
you.
Yeah, you
I
just
got
pull
you.
some Mad Bum and get out there and just do your thing.
I got you.
But he's probably not going to be back next year. Won't want to screw it up. So yeah, you're probably right. But they got to get there first. I think getting walked off on at your own stadium. That's brutal.
It's going to happen a lot in the playoffs this
It's
year, though.
gut wrenching. It's
Just
brutal.
ugly. It's just cringe.
It's like that's the first time that's ever happened. I think.
You're just like, oh, that's.
But the thing is, they had a 5-3 lead going into that 7th inning.
Mhm.
They should have won that game. They won the first one in the doubleheader yesterday. They should have won the second one. If they won the second one, they clinched, right?
I think they would have
So
been in.
yeah, so I mean, I think that they'll probably get in there. They're feeling themselves. They got a good momentum going.
It absolutely infuriates me that the Marlins are in the playoffs.
But let's get to what matters right now. 49ers football, okay? So let me read you the injury report for this week. All right? Let me read this off
Let's
here.
hear these bombs.
So we got Tevin Coleman
Bomb.
with a knee. He's out. D Ford with a back.
Overrated.
Glass
Offside.
man. He is quick as hell.
He is offside.
He's
all the time.
offside. That's
One
okay.
time, and he's effective when he's out there, all right? But he's never
He's real
fucking
effective.
out there. Never out there.
Love that, man.
Jimmy Garoppolo out with the ankle. RIP to the GOAT. He'll be back, though, soon.
Yeah, 15th quarterback.
Dre Greenlaw, quadriceps, he's gone. Kittle, knee, out. Raheem Mostert, out. Verrett, hamstring, out. Akella Witherspoon, hamstring, out. And that's excluding Bosa and Thomas.
Get
both
ready.
ACLs out.
Get ready for the Jet tomorrow, baby.
the
Jarrett
Jet,
McKinnon.
baby.
The Jet. The Jet.
The Jet is
Big
gonna have
fantasy day.
the Jet and the Dragon. The
And the
Dragon
Dragon.
tomorrow. Big
And the
game
Dragon.
from the Dragon tomorrow.
Dragon.
The Jet. Yep.
I
Doris
agree.
is going to be loving that.
Doris will be loving it.
Baby girl Doris is
I
going to be
agree.
loving the
Totally
Dragon.
agree.
All right. Even with the Niners having all these injuries, I have them blowing out the Giants. It's not going to be close. No Saquon. The defense has a chip on their shoulder right now. They're hungry. They still got guys out there.
Giants defense, absolutely.
They got a bunch of dudes on the defense still. The secondary's intact.
Receivers look solid.
It's gonna be solid.
Yeah.
Ayuk's gonna have a good game. It's gonna be
I
solid.
like them to cover, as I said.
Nick Mullins, Do not sleep
You know
on
why they
Slick
blow 'em
Nick.
out? Yeah. Because it's not that much of a quarterback drop off.
That's true.
That's
It
true.
really is. There
Yeah.
were people calling for Nick Mullins to be the quarterback last year.
No, I don't say that because Nick Mullins is good. I say that because Garoppolo sucks. But
Oh, come on now. Mullins is a dog.
What do you think about
Mullins is a dog. Shows
Daniel
up in prime
Jones?
time.
What
He's
do
a
you think about
guy.
Daniel Jones? I like Daniel
He's
Jones.
all right.
He's okay, but who's he throwing to? And
Exactly.
who's taking the pressure off him?
Exactly.
And where's his O-line?
I think if you put Daniel Jones in the Niners, he does the exact same thing as Garoppolo. Just some quarterbacks.
I mean, the thing is,
Love
Shanahan's
Jimmy G.
putting you...
I don't know about you, but I love Jimmy G.
That's respect.
I love Jimmy G.
That's respect.
He's a good quarterback, but
end of the day, Shanahan's system is a tough system to beat.
Till the fourth
He's
quarter.
gonna feed McKinnon. It's gonna be a blowout.
it's gonna be a blowout.
It's gonna be a blowout.
I agree.
So that does it with our professional takes here on Straight Out The Lew.
Straight out the Lew, baby.
Thank you for joining us for our first episode. First practice today for baseball. First real practice. It was a great day. Was it a great day?
We gave up a bomb.
We
but-
gave up a bomb,
gave
but
up-
you know we played well. We played well.
Well, you know, face 6 batters. You know, only.
It's great to be out there. It's great to be
Wonderful.
out there again.
Wonderful.
All right. Anyways, thank you all for joining
The
us.
Celtics.
Go Heat, baby.
We will see
Monday.
the conclusion of that series possibly on our next episode Monday.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how we react to that one there.
Ravens, Chiefs, Monday night.
Ravens Chiefs Monday night. That'll be a big one. We'll give you some takes on game day for that one. And obviously we'll be wrapping up everything that happens tomorrow. So please tune in. We appreciate you. And let's get after it, boys.
Pleasure.
That's solid.
Oh, solid.
I don't-
Chris, you're an idiot.
I mean, I'm an idiot.
Let's hope that recorded.